My God, there is something I need to talk about, and that is door dashing in Lewes, Delaware. It is the absolute worst. You would think for an area like Lewes, Delaware, it seems to be like pretty good, especially around like the warmer times, like it is springtime now. And I will go on record to say it is not the most dense populated area, but there's enough people down here and party goers to keep something like DoorDash in business. I mean, okay, there's all these other apps that are in competition, but we can pretty much say they are poppin', but not in Lewes, Delaware. So typically with DoorDash, when you go in, you could either do per dash or earn per order or earn per. I can't even fucking speak. Earn hourly. When you do that, you can pick your time, like when you start and when you want to be finished. And then the most annoying thing is once you've finished, you have to go back in and wait for it to earn per hour. Because like what it does is it puts a lock on it for whatever reason. I don't fucking know why, but it puts this lock on it. And so you have to wait in between orders. And then once it does allow you to go, it would only allow me to do an order for a half an hour to an hour tops, and then it would just kick me off. And then I'd have to go back in. It was the most annoying thing ever. I have never seen DoorDash do this like this, and I have DoorDashed at a lot of different locations, let's just say that. But in Lewes, Delaware, it is the absolute worst, and I am not saying that and being dramatic in any step of the way. Just come down here and check it out for yourself and do DoorDash if you haven't. It is so frustrating to do an order and then having to wait for 20 to 30 minutes and then do another order. And you would think it's not worth it, and rightfully so. It's not worth it. But when you want to make some extra cash and you don't have anything else to do, then you're gonna work and you want to make that money. But anyway, out of the whole time that I was DoorDashing, I probably only got 3 orders because they were so spaced out and it was so like just unworth it that I just gave up after a while. And even still, I went back home, or not home, but where I'm staying right now, and I put it on, like I went through the app to see if like maybe by some miracle that it would change. And no, it is still that same way. And it makes no sense. I'm not even trying to talk shit. Like, I'm sorry, like anybody that lives in Lewes, Delaware, that's cool. I'm really not trying to shit on it, but like, what the hell? Why is it like this? Does anybody know? Because I could not figure it out. And here's the thing, I could understand if there was no red parts. And what I mean by that on the map is if it said it wasn't busy, but there were like at least 4 different spots in the map that said busy or very busy. And I know the drill with that. I live in Philadelphia, so I know when it's busy and when it's not. And the weird thing is that I would get orders, or I would get a hotspot and I would go to that hotspot, and you would think like, okay, so I'm not going to wait for too much longer. Like I'm not going to wait, it's not going to have me waiting for so long. Like surely an order is going to come up, but no. Even to the point where on one mission, I didn't even have an order. I started and then I had to like shut that shit down. I couldn't even get the chance to get one order. I don't know how anybody can DoorDash and do that full time. It's not even part-time. Like part-time is like what, like 32 hours or whatever? It's not even that. I think I worked for like 2 hours max. How is this like this? We're in Lewes, Delaware. It's not dead of winter either. It's April. And it's like, we're almost through April now. What is going on? It's springtime. I mean, there's people, I've seen a lot of people down here, so it's not like there's not a lot of people. And I even tried, I will say this, I even tried going to different parts. I mean, driving 20 minutes away, driving like 30 minutes away to different areas, and especially to the areas that said they were very busy, and it's still the same thing. It didn't change anything. It had nothing to do with it. It almost felt like the map was just corrupt and they just wanted to lie to me to like yank my chain or something. Now, I can say on record that the GPS is total shit. I mean, it doesn't matter what state you're in. The DoorDash GPS is just like the worst GPS. I think a toddler fucking made this GPS because there is something seriously wrong with it. It doesn't even know how to calculate distance or even where certain things are. It'll take you to an alleyway where you're gonna get shot to death. It is seriously the sketchiest GPS. It'll dump you off a cliff. The GPS is so bad, and it was even 10 times worse being in Lewes, Delaware. On one particular route, I was trying to get to a McDonald's, and I think it was for a hotspot. Or no, yeah, it was a hotspot. So I come up the road, and I distinctively remember the thing told me to make a left. So I make a left. I'm going, and then as I'm going, it tells me to make a U-turn. So I'm like, oh man, I guess I got to turn around. But it's weird though, because I remember it's distinctively saying that I got to make a left. But anyway, I'm like, okay, whatever. Let me just go. So I'm driving, and then as I get like as I get like further away, it recalculates like it does. And it tells me to make another left. So I'm like, okay, cool. I guess it's just gonna take me like a roundabout area, and it'll circle me back around, and then I'll be good. No, what ends up happening is I make that left, and then it gets lost again, and then wants me to turn around. But this time, when I turn around and I go back, because it was like a left turn, it wants me to go left, which makes no sense, because if I'm going back, I'm making a right. And then I get up to the intersection, and right as I'm like, before I get to the intersection, it recalculates again and tells me to go left at the light where I initially made my first left. Well, as I get closer, it recalculates a friggin' again and tells me to make a right. So I'm like so confused. I'm just scratching my head like Curious George, and I'm just like, what in the world is happening? Like, surely this app is playing a fucking mean prank on me. Like, pinch me, this ain't real. So anyway, I get to the light and I make a right and I go towards the McDonald's, and I think this time it worked, thank God. But if it wasn't for like me just being like, I'm just gonna go back the way that I came, who knows where it would have taken me. What is the deal with Lewes, Delaware and the surrounding areas being just so sucky when it comes to DoorDash? I really went out of my way, and like, what did it do? It shunned me out. It fucking shunned me away. I don't know. I just had a vent about that. It just made no sense, but that's my rant. That's what I wanted to talk about.